Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 K-Influencer Orientation conducted through YouTube Live today. My name is Sewon Park, and I'm going to walk you through the K-Influencer program for the year 2022. And I heard from our staffs that you guys have already joined us online, and I'm very thankful for that. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I think some of you have joined our induction ceremony for 2022 K-Influencers and Honor Reporters yesterday, and I'm glad to see you guys again in today's Academy orientation. And I will expect to see you again throughout our program because our K-Harmony Festival will continue until next week. Then let's get started on our 2022 K-Influencer Academy orientation. So the first page is about the agenda of our program. This is the agenda for today's program. So 5 parts. The first part is about a recruitment status. So who applied for this year's K-Influencer Academy orientation academy? Which countries? What language do they speak? How many members? And the second part is about our K-Influencer program. What kind of assistance or trainings we give to our K-influencers is going to be the main focus of the second part. And the third part is missions. Of course, this is the main focus of our presentation because you will be most curious about this section. And moving on, we have the fourth part, and that is intensive members. I don't think many of you are very familiar with the term intensive members, but what it means is outstanding members who have done their work really well, so we can give more feedbacks or more support or trainings for you guys. And the last but not least is the rewards. Rewards that will be given to the members who achieve the higher score according to our criteria for your missions. And let's move on to the next page. So the first part will be our recruitment status. Let's see who applied for the 2022 K-Influencers. So this year's recruitment for the third batch of K-Influencers started on April 18th and it continued until May 8th. And we have announced K-Influencer Facebook group link to the selected members, and I could see that many of you have already joined the Facebook group, and that shows the active participation from you guys, so I am very glad for that. The next page is about the recruitment status. So as I told you before, it is about the result of our recruitment, and the total number of applicants for this year's K-Influencer is 1,856, and they are from all over the world, as you can see in the tables below. And the applicants, they include 40 applicants of the emblem members from the first batch, and also 185 members from the second batch who got the and 132 emblem recipients from the second batch. So and the newcomers, it's very high. The number is 1,510. So total is about 2,000 apps, and that's a high number. I can see so much high interest in Korean culture, and you want to promote Korean culture so well. I could feel that from the number even. And in the middle of the slide, you can see how spread our K-influencer applicants were across the continent. And how many continents are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 continents, including Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Africa, and Australia. And it is very interesting that Antarctica is included in this continent. You can see how ambitious COSIS is in spreading the K-influencer program. To see, I don't know how many people are living in Antarctica, but it was interesting, so I just mentioned. But if you see the predominant number of applicants from continent, you can see the number 1 is South America, 333 people, and that's amazing. I'm sorry. sorry, it's Asia. Number 1 is 695. Of course, because Korea is in Asia, so the neighboring countries must have high interest in Korean culture. So followed by that is South America, as I just told you. And yeah, they're from a long ago when Wonder Girls was really big in Latin America, there's a high interest in Korean culture. So South America follows the top list at the second place. And the following continent is North America. Of course, there's a big population who have so much interest in Korean culture. Oh, the next was Africa, I'm sorry. And it's surprising, 311 people applied for the K-Influencer program from Africa. Of course, there was this Egyptian girl at the induction ceremony yesterday, and I could see that there were diplomatic ties established back in the days between Korea and African continents. But now I can see real, real interest in Korea to see these numbers from Africa, and I'm very glad for that. So these were the continents and the languages on the right parts. So the top 1 language spoken by our K-influencers was surprisingly Spanish. I thought, I just assumed it must be English, but it was actually Spanish. And yes, at yesterday's induction ceremony, the Director General supported our K-influencers and honorary reporters by saying things in Spanish. And I was very surprised for that. And I can see why he spoke Spanish, because people are so interested, Spanish people are so interested in Korean culture. And of course, English is the predominantly used language all over the world. So English follows the list. And you can see Arabic, of course, the Middle East, and Indonesian, Russian, and Vietnamese. And also, Director General mentioned after the ceremony was over to me, and he was surprised that in the Golden Bell quiz, in the second part of the show in the K-Harmony Festival, people get the question right about the question, which languages are used by COSIS, 10 official languages. And many people just knew that Indian was not the language that's provided by COSIS. And he said it was very impressive because people are really interested in our program. And so he was very glad. So these were the recruitment results for this year. And moving on, our K-Influencer program. This is going to be the programs that we'll run to support your growth as content creators and for promoting Korean culture. So the K-Influencer program, it runs from June to December this year. There are many programs, including educational VOD. That means training videos for you guys, so we can help you making videos, and missions, of course, rewards, workshops. So the table below shows the timetable for each of the program. So education VOD, it starts from June throughout December. So you can participate, or you can watch educational video distributed evenly each month. This will be divided into 3 parts. The first part being June to August, second part from August to October, and the third part from October to December. And the monthly mission, I think this is one of the major programs for K-Influencer Academy. And there will be 1 mission given every week in the first week of each month. So there will be total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 7 months, we have 7 missions that will be released every month. And in addition to that, we have selective missions. So selective missions are additional missions that we give to our K-influencers than monthly missions. And this selective mission is released every other month on the 3rd week of each month. So starting on June, 3rd week of June, there will be first selective mission, and the second selective mission will be released in August, and the third selective mission will be released in the 3rd week of October. So in total, the missions, there will be 10 missions, including 7 monthly missions for June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and also 3 selective missions for June, August, and October. So even if you miss one of the missions, just don't be worried, because there are 10 missions you can complete. And the fourth part of the program is the rewards. So rewards will be given to the members who have achieved a high score based on our criteria. And I will talk about how we give out the scores for each mission in the latter part of the presentation where we covered the Google class. I don't know whether you guys are familiar with the Google class, but for each mission, there will be different rewards given to our K-influencer members. So it will start from June to October, and there will be a final rewards in December, and that's a surprise, so I'll just announce it in the latter part of the presentation. So educational VOD, as I told you before, these are training materials for you guys where you can refer to one video per each week that will be released to you. And these educational videos are divided into three parts. The first part will be operational, and the total number of educational videos will be 30 videos, and one video will be released in each week. So consecutively, there will be 30 educational videos that will be released throughout the whole program. And 10 videos for part 1, and 10 videos for part 2, and 10 videos for part 3. So let me explain what is included in each part. So the first part is going to be from June to August, and this is going to be about operations and technical education. For the newcomers of the K-Influencer Academy or the newcomers for content creation, it must be very hard for you to handle the technical things. So this includes the planning of the content to production process, and also how you can make use of the new functions on YouTube or in other platforms. And also this is very difficult for any content creators. So how you promote your channels and how you can brand yourself. Branding is one of the most difficult things as a content creator. And also because now it's all about short forms and mobile devices. So how you can shoot your content and edit your content on your mobile devices, that will be all included in the first part of the educational video. So 10 videos about that. And moving on to part 2, this is going to be from August to October, and this is called cultural education. So because this program is about Korean culture, of course, we are going to investigate various topics about Korea. Especially, we are going to visit various regions of Korea, which have so many historical stories and according to various topics. So the second part will be very interesting for you guys if you want to more about Korea in terms of content, not only from the technical point of view. And there will be 10 videos included in part 2. And for part 3, it is reviewing outstanding works. And what we mean by this is that we will select some good, very good content created by our K-influencers and select some of them and use that as our educational material. I think that's very good for supporting our morale for K-influencers. And also, there will be 10 videos for part 3 as well. So these all educational videos, as I told you before, will be released each week starting from June 1st and ending in December for the total of 30 videos. And all these educational videos, you can access them on our Google page. And as well as on our YouTube. So on YouTube, there are open videos. It's for public, so anyone can see this educational material. So I myself want to see what it is like after this orientation is over. And also in the Google site, there will be a list of these videos. So it will make your life so much easier. You don't have to find where it is. It's all listed in there, so you can just search what video you want to watch. And also you can see other videos released last year, so it will be going to be a very helpful site for you. And this is not the end of the programs that we are going to provide from the K-Influencer Academy. And we are going to conduct workshops. And what it will include is reviewing monthly training content for what you've created and also the special lectures. So this monthly training content and the special lectures, it's going to be basically feedbacks or special lectures on the content you created, especially the ones which are selected as the best content. And there will be online workshops for expatriates or foreigners living abroad. But more interestingly, there will be offline workshops, and it's going to be very good for networking. You can see or meet your fellow K influencers, and for domestic residents. And you are going to watch the videos from each other and talk about them, how you can develop your content further and building bond between you guys. And you can also get some tips and experience from popular YouTubers and creators from these workshops. So this is going to be very exciting. And we are going to randomly select the participants for online and offline workshops. So in the previous page, I mentioned about the Google site that will list all the videos that you can see from last year's educational videos to this year's videos that are made in 3 parts. So you can see, of course, you can check the videos from the last year to this year. But more importantly, you can see also posts about K trends, Korean cultural trends. It will be posted weekly, so you can easily see the curated content about Korean culture. And also you can see other people's works because some of the selected videos will be shared in our Google site. And don't worry about where to access this site because we are going to give this site link through our 2022 Facebook group, which you have already joined for some of you. And now, moving on, it's going to be about missions, and this is the most focal point of our presentation, the main activities of our K-Influencer Academy. So I've briefly mentioned about our mission program in the schedule part in the previous slide. But there are 2 missions overall, and the first missions will be monthly missions that will be released every first week in each month, starting from June, ending in December. So, additionally, we have selective missions, which will be released every 3rd week in every other month. So, June, August, and October. And of course, it's very natural. You will have a higher chance to get rewards if you show your high participation in mission and get higher scores according to our criteria. So please just try to be best and try to get the higher scores if you can. So how you can get a higher score? Of course, to be more objective, we have prepared a mission score sheet. So you can refer to how we score your content. And this is the thing that you can always think about when you create your content, which thing I should focus on. So let's first check about the monthly missions. And the criteria is divided into 3 parts: participation, comprehension, and trend. And I'm going to walk you through each and one of them just now. And the total score will be maximum 10 points. So the first part, participation. So the total score you can get for your participation in the mission will be 40 points. And if you submit your mission on time, if it's a timely submission, that you will get 40 points for this criteria. And if you're late by 1 week, that's considered a late submission, and your 20 points will be deducted from the total 40 points. So your points for the late submission by 1 week will be 20 points. And if you have not submitted your mission at all, then you will not get any points. So this is going to be 0 point for participation. So this is the highest score among our criteria. So it shows your participation, submission by time, submission on time is the most important part in selecting good content for your mission. And the next part is the comprehension part. So what we mean by comprehension, comprehending the agenda of our mission. So the basic score for this comprehension part is 15 points. And if you've produced your thumbnail really well, then we give additional 5 points. And if you conform to the theme, that means if you stick to the theme very strictly, you understood the theme very well, you just create content not based on your own view, but follow the content, there will be additional 5 points. And there's another thing that's good. If you submit more than one, you will be given 5 points for that. But it's only going to be 5 points. Even if you submit more than one, it's not going to be 5 additional points for each one of them. So it's not going to be like 5, 10, 15 for 1, 2, 3 content, but it's only going to be 5 points for additional mission. And if you add up all the scores for this comprehension, basic scores, thumbnail production, conforming to the theme, submit more than one, 15, 5, 5, 5. So there will be a total of 30 points for comprehension. That's the second largest criteria for determining your score. And the last but not least, the criteria for the monthly missions is trend. So what is a trend? This is a tricky word to understand, but the first part is creating additional video content. For example, short form. Basically, trend is about your social network activities. So if you create additional video content in short form like TikTok, you will get 20 additional points. So even if you're not new to creating content or new to creating video, you don't have to worry much because there's always a chance you can get additional points by submitting more than one video, submitting one video content in different formats. So this is very good for newcomers as well. And another part for trend for our criteria is sharing mission content through your social network. So wherever you share your content on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, you will get 10 additional points for trend part. So the total score for trend part is 30. So combining all participation, comprehension, and trend, the points 40 points, 30 points, and 30 points, that will be a total of 100 points for monthly missions. And now moving on to selective missions, it's very simple. There is only one criteria, and that is the participation. So a basic score is 10 points. So if you submit it, you will get 10 points. So it's very good. Selective missions can be considered as a bonus for you. It's only adding points to your monthly missions because there is no like comprehension or trend. So even if you're, you can be bad in your production, but no matter the quality of your production, you're gonna get point for this, 10 points for this. For 3 missions. So you'll just get additional 30 points even just by submitting your selective missions. This is a bonus. So if you have submitted, then you will get 10 points. But if you were late for submission for selective missions, you will get only 5 points. So the maximum you can get for this participation is 10 points. And if you are late for your submission, you will get 5 points. If you have failed in submitting, then you will get 0 point for selective mission. So this is going to be a very informative page for you. So this is, I think you might wonder where you have to submit your missions. That is the very important part because you don't want to be late. You want to submit your mission so bad you have to get your scores. So this is the Google Classroom page. I don't know whether you have used this Google Classroom platform. Personally, I did not, so I just got to learn about this Google Classroom this time. But basically, it's very easy. You can just enter the address of the Google Classroom and you can explore many things. So if you're not familiar with it, you can just, you will get the link later so you can go visit the page and see what it is there, what is not there. And so this Google page will announce the mission topics for each mission, and also you can submit your missions in Google Classroom. And what's more, you can also see the marking or the scores for your mission. So that's what's good about this Google Classroom. And as I told you before, you don't have to worry about how you can access this Google Classroom link, because we're going to provide this link via email, and this is to be announced very soon. And now I am going to show you how the Google Classroom looks like by just visiting the web page. I'm just navigating on my laptop. There seems to be just hold on a second. I'm going to visit the Google Classroom. There was some internet connection issue. Just be patient. So I hope you see the screen very well. So this is the landing page when you enter the address for Google Class. So this link that I just highlighted here, where I'm hovering my mouse, is the link for the last year's Google Class, but you will get the new link for this year via email, and this will be given to you soon, so don't worry about it. And this is for the 2021 year, the class of the K-Influencer Academy. And now the difference from the last year's Google Class is that we have divided the Google Classroom into 3 because of the limited number of people we can get for each classroom. So we have 250 people we can get in one class. So we have, because we have more than 1,000 people for our K-influencers this year, we have divided them into 3 so we can accommodate for everyone. But don't worry, because everything will look the same, everything will include the same in each class. So you can just go to your own link and see the page like this. So this is the landing page, and this is, I'm sorry about this, but this Google is set in Korean, but these are the tabs. It says stream, class, users, and score. So this is the stream page, and you can see the announcement. And this is an example from last year, K-Influencer 2021. Hello everyone, from K-Influencer. This is the K-Influencer Academy. So it looks like an announcement from last year. So let's just read just to see how it looked like. So in 2 days is the monthly mission deadline. So don't forget to submit the last mission video. From June to October, you have carried out blah, 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 and the reason for recommendation. There are some criteria, and also the submission period for last week. And there are some comments on that, and it's very helpful, I guess. This is Spanish, and please leave some comments if you're listening, if you're a Spanish listener or the Spanish viewer for this live program in the comment. And also, like I want to see how you're watching this K-Influencer Academy orientation. So if you have anything you want to share, you can always leave some comment in our live chat so I can read it to you later. Just any questions or comments about K-Influencer Academy or anything related to our K-Harmony Festival will be welcome. And so this looks like a Spanish explanation. And moving on, scroll further down, you can see this is the important part. This is where you submit your mission. This is the Google form, but this is just one example, but where you have to really focus on is this class tab. So I'll just click on it. And this is monthly regular mission. So this is the first part of the 2 missions. And you can see this is the title, Monthly Regular Mission of October. And there's a submission, 2021, October 31st. That's for last year. This is the published time, October 1st, 2021. So the same format. How are you doing, K-influencers? We are already at the final monthly regular mission, blah, blah, blah. Check out the details below the submission period. So the content is basically the same as you saw in the stream tab. And notice it's same the Spanish explanation further down. Oh, there's a Korean too. For those of you who are learning Korean, who are fluent in Korean. Yeah, I see so many K-influencers and honorary reporters who are fluent in Korean. And yeah, and there's like the criteria in here. I'm hovering my mouse in here. This is where you can refer to for how we score your missions. And this part in this classroom, this is where you submit your mission. So click on it. Of course, because this is from the last year's link, this is no longer available. But if you get a new link, and if you are announced with this month's mission, you will see a working link or the working page. So here you can submit your mission. So I'll just close this window, and I just want to go up a little bit because I want to show you this. This is about how other people are doing. So here it says how many people submitted. Submitted 0. Oh, this is amazing. And this is how many people were assigned for this mission. 135 people were assigned, and scoring completed, it says 35 people got their scores for this mission. So this was just an example of how you can you can navigate K-Influencer Academy Google Class in case you're not familiar with this page. I'll just go and see what it is like. So, there's like a teacher page, a student page who are there, and this is where you can see the score. And this is a sample user, so we blocked the scores here. So this was the Google Class Academy, and now I'm going to go back to my presentation. Yeah, so this is good for you who are joining us now, because we are going to announce the mission topic for the month of June earlier than the official announcement. So you will have an advantage compared to other K-Influencer Academy students because you can think more about the video that you are going to create for this mission topic. So the mission topic is producing Korean promotional content using one's talents. What do you think? What kind of things come to your mind? I think depending on what talent you have, if you can sing, maybe you can sing Korean song. If you can take a great video, you can direct a movie, like a short form movie. Like yesterday's induction ceremony, I was really surprised to see the K-influencers singing Minyo, like traditional Korean song, and by that you can promote Korean culture, and many more. You can be really creative, really depending on your talent. For example, if you're good at drawing, you can draw like the palace of Korea, or if you're really good at calligraphy, like we did yesterday, you can maybe show the Hangul writing of yours to show the content about Korean stories. So you can be really creative, but the more time you think, the more time you have to think about this mission, the quality of your video will be nicer. So this is only good for you that you know this topic in advance. But you don't have to worry if you have missed the chance to submit your mission, because the actual or the official announcement for the first mission for the month of June is actually June 3rd. And this will be announced in our Google site and in our Facebook group. So don't just worry that you have missed the announcement. This is just a preview of the mission for the month of June. If you have any ideas, or if you can share any examples of the videos you want to produce, or you don't want to share that, but if you can just share that on the live chat, I'll just read it out in the letter part where I read what you guys think about today's program and what you guys think about today's the K-Influencer Academy orientation. So share many things on YouTube Live so I can really chat with you and communicate real time, like two-way. So the next part is about intensive members. So intensive members, what is intensive members? These words doesn't come up to my, it's not very intuitive, but it's basically outstanding members who did good in their missions. So let's see the overview and overview of the management system of the intensive members. So already 300 intensive members were selected according to our standard. And for these selected members, we are going to provide the opportunity to be selected as the final outstanding key influencer. And there's a special treatment or reward we will give to our final outstanding key influencer. And I will announce it in the later part. And we operate a separate management system for these intensive members. And this is a specialized program. So you can get additional support. You can think of it as an additional support we provide to you. So you can develop yourself as a real content creator. And this is divided into two parts, channel monitoring and specialized education. So what do we do in channel monitoring? So we do analyze your contents, how you did it well, whether you did it well, you didn't do well, or whether your direction is going, the direction you're going is correct, or the content you created fits the planning that you did. We check those things, or if they are consistent, if it's good for your YouTube or if it's good for promoting the content, we'll just do an analysis. And not only that, we are going to manage the status of our analysis. So we just don't do analysis, we just keep watching our analysis. And what's more important, we do monitor your channel growth. Now, the reason why we monitor all of this and analyze your content is because we want your channel to grow. It's good for your content development and also good for our program. So that's basically what we do for channel monitoring. And the next part is specialized education. So specialized support for the members who are selected as intensive members for these 300 people. So what we give in the specialized education, it's very good that if you can, if you can get a one-on-one feedback, it's going to be very good. So, there will be experts on content, and they're going to give a feedback on your content. So one-on-one feedback, and also the mentoring program. I think mentors are the really good, the most needed thing if you want to grow further. Having a good mentor. So mentoring program will be provided in specialized education. But you don't have to be disappointed even if you're not selected as the intensive member. But first, I will just talk about the criteria on how we selected our intensive members. This is a lot of information, but I'm going to walk you through one by one from channel operations to 2021 Academy participants. So the first criteria, channel operations. There will be total 2 points you can get for this channel operations. So the first criteria for channel operation is whether you have posted your content on a YouTube channel since March 22. So this will be the first criteria. You will get 1 point for this. And the next point you can get additional point is if the content posted among the number of people corresponding to the above items is a topic related to Korea. If the topic is related to Korea, you will get additional 1 point. And moving on to the next criteria, it's the self-introduction video. So additional score of 1 point you can get to be selected as intensive members. If you have submitted a self-introduction video at the time of your application, that's 1 additional point for being selected as an intensive member. And the next criteria is a number of subscribers. This is very sad because this really shows how whether you're doing good on your channel, but you can always grow by participating as in the K-Influencer Academy program. But anyways, if your subscribers is over 1,000 and under 5,000, then you will get 1 point for that. And if your subscriber is over 5,000 and below 10,000, you will get 2 points. And if your subscribers is more than 10,000, you'll get 3 points. I don't know how difficult it is to get more than 10,000, but I heard on average, like you can get like 10,000 subscribers in 2 months' time. So if you are like already selected as a key influencer, you might have been interested in content creation for a long time. So I think it's not very of a high criteria or a barrier to becoming an intensive member. And the special nationality. Oh, you might complain that you are not a person from a very with a special background. But anyways, what it means by special nationality is if you're a person who has a unique nationality among trainees, and that means if there are not more than 2 members from the same country in our program, then you will get a special point for this. This is 1 point. And yeah, this is for the diversity of our K-influencer, and we want to expand our program to, you saw Antarctica in the previous page. So like if you're from Antarctica, I don't know whether that's considered as a nationality, but if you're from a special country, you will get additional 1 point. And the last criteria for being selected as intensive member is 2021 Academy participants. So I can see here that if you have participated again as a key influencer from before previous batches, you will get more points. 2 points you can get for this criteria. The first point is whether you were selected as a 2021 Star K influencer. So well, Star K influencer, I think it's something like the emblem you can get as a K influencer. And the second part of this 2021 Academy participants is whether you were a winner of the 2021 emblem. Also, I guess emblem and K influencer must be different, but you can get 1 point for being a 2021 Star K influencer and 1 additional point for getting an emblem for 2021 K influencer. So these were actually the criteria we used when we selected our intensive members, 300 of you. But you really don't have to be disappointed even if you're not selected as an intensive member, because there's another chance. That's why we have this rebuilding program. So what is this rebuilding program? This is for general members. What we mean by general members is that if you're not an intensive member, that you are considered as a general member. So this rebuilding program, or the second chance, is only for you guys who are not selected as the intensive member. And the purpose why we do conduct this program is to encourage content creation, and we don't want anyone to fall behind in K-influencer activities. And we conduct this rebuilding program twice a year based on the mission submission rate. So depending on how well you submitted your mission, we will conduct our rebuilding program. And there are 2 more additional chances to be selected as intensive members. And the first one will be end of July, and another chance will be end of September. So 2 more opportunity to be selected as intensive members if you're not yet a member of the intensive program. And you might wonder how many people will be selected in the rebuilding program. It's a total of 60 members. That's quite a lot. It's 1/5 of the 300 members of the already selected intensive members. So in each batch of the rebuilding program, we're going to select 30 members. So 30 members for the month of July and 30 members for the month of September in the second rebuilding program. So there's much chance to be selected as intensive member if you're not the member yet. So always submit your missions on time, be active, and don't give up on your hope. Yes, this is an interesting part, rewards. And what are some rewards you can get if you get high score on your missions? Rewards for K-influencers. So rewards will be given for each mission, as I explained before, each mission meaning each month. And this will include many things like you can either get an YouTube commercial or internet gift cards like Amazon. This is just an example, or Google Play certificate, or like certificate or emblem. And it's good. Filming equipment, because it's very expensive. Even if you can shoot with your iPhone, it's always good to have additional equipment. So if you're lucky, you can get a filming equipment. And just reminded that the rewards can vary according to your country and according to where you live. So yeah, it can be different. And one of the things, or one of the rewards we give to you for outstanding K-influencers is the invitation to Korea at the end of the year. So this is an exciting part. So if you are selected as an outstanding K-influencer, you will be invited to Korea and have a trip here. That's very exciting. So this is, I told you that there will be a special award for the final outstanding member of the K-influencer, and that's this one, Invitation to Korea. And not only the invitation to Korea, it's not just a trip, but there will be a creator festival at the end of the year. And this is an example, the picture here is an example from last year. It says 2021 Korea Wave 한류 큰 잔치, which means Korea Wave Party. It says K-Healing on Festival. So if you're an outstanding member, you will be given a chance to be on stage with other K-influencers, or you might might never know. Maybe you are on stage with other K-pop idol. I don't know how COSIS is supportive of that, but yeah, the festival is always fun. So we will invite these outstanding creators, and you will enjoy this one so much, I guess. So now the final part of the K-Influencer Academy orientation is the questions and answers. But before that, I want to see whether there are any comments or questions in the YouTube Live. So I'm going to switch my my screen, and I will go to check the YouTube Live comments. Let's see. Oh, I'm so surprised that many of you are joining here. It's like going down like so fast. Now I see why YouTubers are like having a hard time reading all the comments, but like, wow, filming equipment. You guys are so excited about this filming equipment, super excited. Okay, amazing, what a thrill. Seems like it will be a fun year, so excited. Arabic language, so glad. And our staff is answering the questions you're leaving here, so don't worry about it if you don't think your question will be answered. Wow, there's no, seriously, I thought something could be done at Koreanet. Hi from Venezuela. Hi. This will be an amazing year for all of us. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah, like before I became the host of this K-Harmony Festival, I didn't know like COSIS, their K-influencer program is everywhere in the world. I didn't know the size of this program. I saw like the live the people joining the live event yesterday. It was 20,000 people. I was just so overwhelmed by the number of it. Even hello from Madagascar. It's like the country I only saw in animation. I'm so excited. Dominican Republic, Chloe, wow, hi, welcome. Mexico, oh, thank you. Denmark, oh, wow. And I think I feel I need to learn Spanish now. There are so many Spanish and Arabic comments too. Peru, wow. Greetings from Colombia, wow. Yeah. Indonesia, Egypt, hello. I'm so glad that you're just leaving so many comments. I was actually very worried because this session is a kind of a informative, like technical session, then an entertaining one. So I was really worried if you're not participating much, but wow, yeah. Oh, Grecia Talk, you are an intensive member in 2020 and 2021. Oh, yeah, the intensive member, the 300 are already selected. Yeah, but I already told you that there will be 2 more chances in the rebuilding program, so don't worry. And yeah, I hope to be an intensive member, K Nanny. And K-influencer, you can be an intensive member if you meet the standard. Yeah, and Diana Castillo, congratulations to all selected. Let's get a roll. Fighting! Alea Hosa Rio, this is important. New goals to become intensive member. Oh. How does the reward trip works for the team? Well, I think you will get the answer on our Facebook group page, because we'll be receiving questions for a specific time, and we'll give feedback on our Facebook page. Risa Dizon official Ma Bu Hey from the Philippines. Hello. Dominican Republic orientation was very in Nicaragua. Wow. Yay. Well, thank you so much for all the comments. I'm really excited to see all of you from everywhere. And now I'm going to turn my screen to my presentation. So, yeah, I was seeing so many questions on our YouTube Live, but if you missed the chance to type your question, then you can access the Google form using this QR code. Just put your camera and you'll go to this site where you can leave your questions. And these answers will be posted to our Facebook community. So we'll get frequently answered questions and give an answer to them. So you can either use this QR code or the link here. So this was actually the end of the presentation, or end of the 2022 K-Influencer Academy program. I hope you really enjoyed the session. This was rather an informative session, but I hope to see more active participation for the program and to be selected as outstanding members too, so you can come to Korea, trip, and make new friends, network, and have a great experience. And thank you very much for staying with us, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.